Hey, 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 everybody. This is CountBB. Just getting ready to start Skyrim. In fact, I think we're here. I think we're actually here. Let me see, I'm minimizing. Let me make sure of some things. And, oh, Lion, how you doing there, man? Yo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Well, we are off to a good start here, folks. Let me get the game going here. And I'm hoping, okay, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna la la la. And then this is my this is my litmus test. Okay. I heard it. Yay! Rock on. Sound is good. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Okay, so we're good to go here. So thanks, Nick. Thanks, Lion. Good to see you guys here, by the way. Hope you guys are staying dry and warm out there. I guess it's raining here where I am. We're getting some downpour tonight. All the little kitties are hiding away, but we're gonna go out and play. So yeah, well, welcome here. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Who was Saint Valentine, by the way? Oh, all right. Well, let me but, excuse me. By the way, thanks for the blurps. All right, let's do let's do something here. Um, we, mhm. You know what? I, by the way, I've got my friend Nick with me, and we're having an audio thing issue where it's not coming from Discord to here. So I can hear you, Nick. Like I don't think they can. Yeah. So for me, Nick is the voice of conscience in my head, or conscious. But, oh yeah. Ooh. All right. Oh, you guys. All right. So we what what we're gonna do here is dance and sing. You can dance if you wanna. You can leave your friends behind. If your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Alrighty. Now we are going to retrieve the Dwemer exploding firebolt schematic from Roald Thar. Thank you, Bethesda, for giving that that word to us to attempt to pronounce live. And just kind of going. We're doing Dawn Guard missions, and Lion. Nope, it's just BB here talking to the voices. What voices? There, I see them all around me. I'm not alone. I swear. They're everywhere. Um, but so let me see here. Let me see. I know there's a fix to this in OBS to get Nick from Discord to hear where you guys can hear him. And I guess it resets every time you start OBS because we just set it a few nights ago for Diamondback to be able to talk to me and be a member here in stream. And I forget what we did. And so I'll wait till later when it's not so like, I don't want to start, I don't want to start the stream off. Uh, well, let me put it this way. I have a tendency to start streams off with technical issues. So tonight, let's just like, I'm gonna just kind of go, oh, meow. Um, so yeah, Dawn Star, and what was else? The Graybeards all doing the dragon, and the Blades tangent. I want to get back to that as well. And Dawn Guard's a DLC. The other one is a in-game vanilla, but they feel very similar to me for some reason. Yeah, I feel like some, and like and so we'll kind of alternate between that. Yeah, Lion. Okay, okay. The sound sources are in beta at the moment, so setting them up each stream might be advised. Okay, okay. Um, and then Nick, video mic sound and game sounds good, good, awesome. Thank you, thank you. And, so yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Nick was just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Nick was just talking to me. Oh shoot! I just realized I was hearing my voice come back. No, it's not. Oh, I know what it is. I can. I'm hearing Nick. I'm hearing myself on your end. I think is what's going on. Yeah, I can hear. That's what that echoes. All good. All good. Let's what it is. I think just jumping into this will help me. I feel scattered. I feel neurotic. I feel American. I feel like I've got so much on my mind. I really don't know what to think about first. And so I think playing this, doing a mission like this, is gonna be good. It's gonna be healthy and good for the country. I think it's gonna be good. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Wait. Well, hold off on that one, or kind of make a note of it. Um, uh, off camera or off mic here, so big Nick. We're doing vintage story now as well. I haven't streamed it yet. Still learning it. But, yeah, Nick. Oops. Oh, what's going on here? Shites. Hang on. Hang on. I got to reset. Bring up my master. Skyrim is one of the few games I've got where when you minimize the screen, the sound continues, like background sounds, rain and music and stuff. So I have a habit of turning the master volume down when I minimize for a while. Oh, shites. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, and Lion, that is okay. Yeah, you want to share some good news about you and Whoa. Hang on, let me just pause this. Speaking of being neurotic and not getting my brain together tonight, attempting to talk while in battle is I'm gonna have to get into this here. But Lion, okay, what's going on with you guys and your vacation trip? Which the Ren Fair excursion, I think. That's what you're talking about, which I think sounds really exciting. But yeah, yeah, what's going on with that? And let's get back into this here. Oh yeah. Whoa. Mm-hmm.
Ourselves a hero.
Wow. I went through the bars on that. Oh my god. I was attacking him from their side and it like pulled me through. Now, FYI, we're not even supposed to be here. I just happened to fast travel into this location. Just hop back over here. We'll come back to this place. Oh. Right. Septimus something something. The Hermana Morris. Weird thing. I have to get the blood of all these different types of beings around here. And when you're in that mission, you get this right here. So what would you like to do? Okay, harvest blood. Okay, that's orc. Okay, there's a long list of like all the different kinds of elves, orc, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, okay. You know what? I should have done. What do you get in this? Now that I'm here. Hang on, let me see if I can get that Veronica's, can I say Veronica? Serana's. Oh, I'm falling. God damn it. Now I'm someplace completely different. Here. That being.
I'll try and make this quick.
Is it down here? Okay. Hmm. Holy shit, dude. So, okay, so hang on. So let me just kind of pause a sec. And, yeah, let's see here. Holy shit, lion. Oh, sorry. Horse. Horsey. Okay. Here, I better pause it. like, I didn't realize I was flying into such an action zone. But okay, Lion. So the two of you just filled your taxes out for the first time as a married couple, right? After 9 years of quote unquote dating. And long story short, you're getting a 5-figure refund over 10K. Dude. Holy, yeah, that's good shit too. That's some really good shit. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, and so the vacation trip to do other things and then meet you is a definite thing now. That is so fucking amazing. You said that was midsummer, I think you meant. You guys were saying earlier. That is, dude, congratulations. There's your wedding present right there, man. And by the way, Nick just gave you guys an open invitation to come to Denmark and stay at his place. Seriously, right? He's saying absolutely. And but late July, early August. Okay. Oh, Nick's birthday is in August. Well, Nick, that's when they're doing their other vacation here in the States. Yeah. They're doing a little road trip, and hopefully they are coming through where I live. So we'll yeah. So it could be fun. This is cool. Wow. Oh, Lion, that is Freaking aw, man, you know what? I think that is the good news I've been wanting to hear for a very long time. I think my horse likes it too. Hey, seriously, that yeah, Nick just said that's the best news, not just good news, but the best news. I think it is. I think that would qualify. Um, nice, nice. Excellent. Nick is going to try to get over here. I'm translating for the audience here. What he said was, no, but he's going to try and get over here, which is very nice, very nice. Yet another open invitation. I don't think so. Can I Skyrim my way through this? Wait. Before I do anything. People learn the hard way. Better save. Save now, die later. Okay. Horses in this game are known for just being ridiculously good mountain climbers. So let me go around this way a little bit. Oh, it looks like we're kind of right here almost. I'll bet this is the exit from where we're going into. That's my feeling. Oh no, not Leroy! Wait. Until we get up here and do some. Oh, we're gonna. There will be Leroy. There will be Leroy. Oh, shites. Okay, hang on. We got some Leroy. Yeah, Leroy. We hardly knew ya. Yeah. 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 Oh. Some Leroy right there. Leroy this, you. Oh. Mojo. So broke. All right. Well, that was a little bit of Leroy in all of us. Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on just a second. Right. And Lion, sadly, you're going to spend most of it the day it arrives. You're going to erase your debt. That is awesome. I mean, trip to Europe is nice. That is good. But getting, I know, man. This day and age, I mean, you guys, I know how it is, man. Oh, that's beautiful. And see, I'll just read it as you're writing it. I was floored when I saw the number. I've never held that amount of cash before in my life, let alone it be mine. That is a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. And it's really too bad so much of it is going to have to go to. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Hmm.
Oh, you're off on your own for a while? All right.
Oh, up there. And now the reason I just had Serrano wait here is because if I go around this and go through here, she'll follow me straight through the flames. What I'm hoping is to find something. Wait, they went on for a second there, didn't they? Oh, is there a floorboard trigger? Oh, it's. I see what it is. It just goes on and off and on and off. Screw it. I think we can bring
Oh,
strong.
what? Thought you'd never ask.
Okay. That's what. If she actually follows me. Ah. Let's have a Europe party. Well, and Nick, get a boat. I'm sorry. You've got two boats. What I mean is, it'd be fun to do a boat thing. Wow. So we're right in the. You've got three boats. Holy shit. Dude. Yeah.
Money's on the I don't know how you made it this far, but you'll go no farther.
Who's there? Done and
Hmm. Okay, who is this? Sounds good. Some looting here. This. Sounds good. Oops, that's not what I want. Well, I'll save anyway. Um, hang on a second. Get a little music. I feel like we need some music here in the game. Give us just a little background. Too quiet. Oh, Techno Geek Girl, how you doing there? Hey, hey. By the way, to everybody here, happy Thanksgiving. Oh God, did I just say happy Thanksgiving? Well, I like to stay ahead of things, and just get all the holidays out of the year at once. Wake up. But no, but happy Valentine's Day, everybody here. And that's a weird holiday, isn't it? That's what I'm gonna say. It's a weird one. But here we are. Okay, okay. Hopefully we'll get a little audio. Kind of low background sound. Happy Thanksgiving. That is indicative of the weird ass state of mind I'm in tonight. I think that my left and right hemispheres of my brain are not talking to each other. Oh, Hmm. Nice. Well, let's chat about that. Let's talk about that. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. You're yeah. That sounds excellent. I think definitely. Ah.
Who's there?
Oh, gosh darn it. Mhm. Yeah.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. I knew I heard something. That'll teach you.
Yeah. These Dweemers are keeping me busy tonight here. Darn. Who invited them to the party? Did Big Meow. Thank you very much. But in Lion, I saw your last comment. I've held a balance on one of these cards since COVID. Wow. Well, I'm so glad to hear about this for you in Pocket. I'm just so awesome, man. Well, all good. Good. I think on the next break, I'm definitely going to kind of take a look at OBS and
Where'd you come
see if I
from?
can recreate
That'll teach you.
the way to get the you know, OBS. I'm sorry, the Discord audio. These things are a pain in the ass.
What now? If you say so.
Well, It's fun to have somebody hanging in in voice. It's just it's better for the audience to be able to hear you. Hmm. Did I hear you say, um, Nick, that there are 6 people in? Okay, okay. It's one thing. My phone chat doesn't show any of the other info that you would see on the page. That's cool. Thanks. Yeah, it saves me I don't have to minimize. And I'm a little worried. I didn't. I thought I was going to be able to get Serana through the choppy thing down there. And I thought there'd be like a switch or a chain or something to pull. Probably not. Now I don't have to go through this whole place. I'm just exploring right now. The thing is, with exploration like this, it could take me half a mile away underground, and then I'd pop up somewhere and have to come back and find her again. So I think we've got what we came here for. Right, oopsie daisies. We've got what we came here for. We've got the Dwemer exploding firebolt schematic from Rolf Bar. So I'm going to go ahead and just hop back down here. These things will kill you too, by the way. Really nasty. Nice! Excellent. Yay, everybody.
You need something? Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, yeah. And everybody, I just thought I'd actually let you know, Nick's not really here. I'm just actually talking to myself. I've been making everything up. I just want you to think I have friends, and it gets a little lonely here. It's a cat's life. Nick is laughing in the background. What, Nick? Nick is my imaginary friend. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm not. I'm just fine. So, all right, let's get out of here. Oh crap! I forgot to do the thing with Serana to properly, or did I? Are we good, Serana?
Yes?
All right, let's get out of here. Here's the funny thing, everybody. I have not had anything to drink and anything, green for a long time. And I think this is what I'm actually like. That's right. Some people are schizophrenic. I'm quadrophrenic. Oh, crikeys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, shit. Ow, ow. Wee-hoo. Actually, I'm an early version of AI. You guys heard what Chat GPT? I'm Chat GPZ. Aw. I, I, my LLM didn't quite get off the ground properly. I, my LLM only went online and scraped old issues of Mad Magazine and Sweeney's and and some comic books. That's pretty much. So yeah, ask me anything and I'll probably tell you about my favorite comic book. I keep losing. Where's Serrano? I mean, like, no. Like that? Okay, so. Okay, alright, awesome. Little equalization. Well, somehow I've managed to lose my companion. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Yeah. Where's Serrano go? I didn't. Nah, she's essential. You can't kill Serrano. Or can you? Serrano. Well, a lot of times in this game, if you just go to the next place you need to go to, your companion will sort of mysteriously show up. Make sure I didn't. Nah, no. Well, okay, let's just go on out. Maybe she's already outside waiting for me. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, Nick is telling me some requirements for. We're talking about getting together and playing Star Citizen, but I am pretty much a computer away. Oops. But over here. Beautiful night. Right on. I,
Hope you're getting along with Isran. He'd take some getting used to.
and I'm back here. Sorin Girard. I'm back from Rolf Bethar with. Sounds like I'm spitting on someone. With the Dwemer exploding firebolt schematic.
Oh, good. I was just starting to get bored. Would you look at that? An exploding crossbow bolt. This should be fun. Here, let me show you how it's made. Assuming you have the smithing skills, you should be able to make this yourself at Gunmar's Forge. Either way, I'll have some for sale soon.
Why wouldn't Isran like me asking about Florenti?
The two of them just never got along. That's why Isran didn't have you go looking for him when he sent you after us.
Yeah. Okay. And
It's not easy to get supplies way out here, but I'm managing. Take a look.
I bought one of those from her already. Get the most powerful bolts we can. Cure disease. No, hang on, really quick. Before we do stun fire, I think I've got it. Oh, you're Big Meow. Randy! Oh, hey, hey! Big Meow too. Yo, hey, hey, Randy. Very good to see you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the Big Meow. I'm eating some books right now. Let's do this. Hey, I may have some people interested in some of the stray cats I've been collecting and trying to sort of domesticate and all that good stuff. Like my new, they'll say pet project, but that's a little too direct of a bad pun.
I knew it would come to this one
I
day.
love kitties. I love getting kitties off the streets
knew,
too.
And no one believed.
All right, Isran. I need to find someone named Florentia.
Who said something? Soreen or Gunmar? I thought they'd have learned their lesson by now. I don't trust that man. And I don't want him here.
Yeah, a lion or techno. If you guys are still here, there might be a little fun for you. Little hammer down practice.
I suppose she's right. I shouldn't let my personal feelings get in the way. Last I heard of him, he was aiding the vigilance of Stendard Runvald. He may still be there. If he can maintain some appearance of normalcy, I'll allow him to stay.
Randy, cheers, coffee. You know, I just took a sip of coffee. I looked down, I saw that cheers coffee thing. Cheers to you. Yeah, yeah. I'm drinking some coffee with, technically it's a espresso breeding grounds, but I just prep it like a regular pot of coffee. And then I've got like a Italian, no, French vanilla. Nom.
Only what I've heard.
Ooh, fancy, yes.
Back in the Second Era, the
Yes,
Jarl
I
of Riften had a son.
Yep.
Adventurous type. Too much for his own good, it seems. Wound up turning into a vampire. The Jarl, unable to kill his own son, spent a fortune building this keep and hiring men to guard it. Their job was to keep the Jarl's son contained within. They took it seriously and served honorably. They were eventually forced to put him down. The Jarl banished them from the hold, but they stuck to their cause. Fought vampires wherever they found them. I aim to continue that mission.
All right, yes, Ron. And yeah, Randy, yeah, finally made it in. Can do more than just lurk in the shadows. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lurking is definitely good. Look, it's good to have you here. Haven't had a chance to just BS and chat and stuff. It's kind of fun. and you do instant these days. Well, speaking of fancy, quick and fancy. No, but yeah, me and my. Now, for what it's worth, I am so fancy. I only shop at the Family Dollar, of course, for my exquisite fanciness. Of course.
Stay alert.
I think gourmet. I think family dollar. Awesome. Thank you, Nick. Is it only really? Wait, 11, 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. There should be 5 a.m. You should have 5 a.m. Yeah. Nick was like, he's like, oh, it's about 2 a.m. I think I have to go to bed now. And I'm like, nah. It's tomorrow, man. It's funny. And next time I play, I'll get my OBS set up so that I can hear my Discord friends in here a little better. You guys don't think I'm just talking to myself. It's buddy Nick here from Denmark. Good old Denmark. Protector of Iceland, yeah! I'm sure it's a good place. I'm sure it's a good place. What's your music scene like? But good news. Randy. Yeah, no sleep allowed. That's right, man. No, no, man. We're not gonna do that here. I don't care which side of the planet you're on.
I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go in, I'm right behind you.
It's okay talking to yourself. It's acceptable. Well, I guess if you put it that way. I'll be walking down the street tomorrow, just totally like chatting up with myself. You know, like, well, what do you think? I don't know. Let's go with you. I'm going for it, man. I'm gonna max it out. And you know what? You're right. Sometimes you need expert advice, and who better to give it than yourself? Looks like an Imperials tent or something, but nah. Yeah, that's Imperials. Oh shit. Let's read this journal here. And Randy, you're less likely to be robbed or kidnapped if they think you're crazy already. You know, on that note, Randy, here's a little secret. I'm kind of an oldster, and I realized I got to a certain point in my life where it's like, you know, like, yeah, I don't want to get in fights. You know what I mean? I never really wanted to in the first place, but you know how people kind of, you know. And I figured out some years back, it was when I was living out in California, that Crazy Man was like my old man art was like armor. If you could play off crazy, but for people, you're right, they don't mess with you. People are just like, I'm gonna walk around this guy. I'll go mug that guy over there instead. Yeah, crazy is. Well, crazy is as crazy does. There's something to be said for it. And there's like an old Irish saying, it's like, God protects drunks and the insane. I don't know if the word insane is the word they use, but something like drunks and crazy, drunks and the insane. I forget, there's a, I believe it's an Irish saying, something along those lines. And Randy, right? Like me being a female that likes to wander around town sometimes. Let's just stay safe. And sage, which can be interpreted as very wise. Oh, Croc. Oh, Croc o' Gold? You're right, Croc o' Gold. You know what? I bet if he's playing later, I might just raid him and ask him. He's been playing a lot lately. He's been playing a lot. God loves or God protects drunks and the insane. I know I'm paraphrasing it somehow, but it was that kind of category of people. Okay, what do we have here? I knew I should have volunteered for the excavation earlier. For months, Morag had been going on about the vigilance, about detecting mystical energies deep in the East Mountains. Said he'd found some old tomes about the ruins of Runevald or something like that, the Nordic chamber thousands of years old. I remember thinking, yeah, if it's so old, how come no one's found it yet? There's plenty of adventurers wandering around plenty of adventurers these parts. Seems like most of the other vigilants agreed. We had more important things to do. Okay, so Morag took a team and went digging here. Temple. Latecomber's stuck with guard duty. Day 19. Cutting to the chase. Something ain't right. Means to find out what. Volk. See if we can carry on Volk's search for that which ain't right. Google! Good old Google. You know, I gotta admit, I've kind of been finding myself hitting up Google lately for answers to things. I think I did. Wait a minute. We should be in the right place. Go down here. Do I have the right, Now, usually if I was in the wrong place altogether, the arrow would be saying go that way. Or it would involve excavation. Oh. Well, let's give it a try.
Where'd you come from? Huh? Who's...
You know.
and done.
I think the settings are in OBS. There's a special mic slider bar for guests coming from Discord, and then the controls are in OBS. We're trying to figure out this whole the volume. Yeah. Get me some malachite. I like mining because it gives me a chance to sip some coffee. Ooh. mining Serana. Whoa. Okay. Not entirely convinced we're in the right place, but we're going to keep going for a bit here. See what happens. Cabbage. I've got a player home that has a phenomenal kitchen setup. And so I've been collecting like this entire playthrough, and I'm up to like level 51. I haven't done any actual cooking or anything. So I've been kind of, I've got ingredients to make all kinds of fun stuff. Let's do the match. God. Like that. This. One of the things I need to work on. I really want to just that speech. So close. When you come down to here, it says speech 69, but that green means it's really it's something I'm wearing actually that improves my speech quality. But unfortunately, that article doesn't affect it here. Anyway, let's keep going up here. I notice I've been having some trouble. They're throwing a lot more hard locks at me. Kind of try that. All right, Nick. Nick's gonna take off here and step into the Denmark dawn. It's minus 20 Celsius. That's 20 degrees below their freezing. Our freezing Fahrenheit is 31. Crazy. Right now? Well, hold off on the Star Citizen purchase for a while, Nick, and let's get that other stuff that we're doing taken care of too. Business first. Business first.
Who's there?
What was that?
Mm-hmm. All right, Nick. You have a good one, man. Be chill, not cold. Yeah, and Randy, on your newest play, decided to embrace the cat life for the first time in a long time, and playing with a couple mods. Sweet. And wait, you're talking Skyrim also, Randy? And honestly, it feels a lot more chill. I love being a Khajiit in this game. I've gotten to a point where, like, I tried all these different kinds of characters and stuff, and the racial types and everything, and I just default always now to Khajiit. It seems Khajiits are strong. They've got claws on their hands, so if you get in any kind of fight with somebody, you gotta kind of watch it because they will shred people. Like if you just try and do like a boxing match. but they can you can jump a little higher than regular species can, and yeah, I don't know, just something about it. It just feels a lot more. Like you get a little bit of all the stuff you want. Oh yeah. Um, and then wow. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, it's a little chilly. Yeah, about over there in Denmark. Hell yeah. And we're having pretty warm weather this February so far. It was freezing ass cold up until about 2 or 3 days, about like 2 days ago maybe, and it went from Fahrenheit 20 on average to like now it's in like it was actually in the 40s Fahrenheit today, and tomorrow it might hit 50 in the middle of the day, which is like wow, I haven't had that since October. Um, and yes, Skyrim you're talking about, and you want to do an Argonian at some point, and do an Orc one. You know what? I think Orc is probably the one that I haven't played yet. And interestingly enough, I need to do some Orc as well, just for the heck of it. And
I hope
yeah,
we reach Ancestor Glade soon.
well, Ancestor Glade is where the Moth Priest, who's also part of this whole Dawnguard thing, is. But I have done Argonian before, and in a way, it's similar to some to Khajiit. They're they're just not as cuddly. Think about Argonians are like, oh, I don't want to attack a dog. This dog, little guy. Woof. My IRL, my cat, Armani, who's the black cat, tuxedo cat that you see on my Discord and everything kind of stuff now, my new icon cat. That's actually my cat. And I've got some pictures of him taking on this big husky, bigger than this one too. I would say a little, maybe it's like 4 inches. The head is about 4 inches higher, maybe. It's an all white husky. Just showed up in our yard one day, and my little kitty cat, after a long face off, my cat jumped on the dog's like the back of its neck and just shredded it for like 1 second. But 1 second of cat shred time is like it's like a tornado of claws, going. And then my cat shot up a tree, and the dog was so freaked out by that. He ran off. We haven't seen it since. And is it the Nord that finds extra coin in places? Huh. I didn't know about that one. I should research that one. That's kind of interesting. There we go. No, we can't keep this. The dog will kind of die off in a little bit here, but when once it becomes strong, is kind of ghost companions. But yeah, and thanks for the emotes, and yeah, and the little tuxedo cat emotes. Diamondback found those for me. Tuxedo cats are smart. But you know what? I have another little kitty here, which is like it looks like a combination. Have you ever heard of a type of cat called a serval? I think it's Serval, and it might come from Africa. There's kind of it's bigger than a domestic, but smaller than say leopards and things like that. And it has really long arms, like really long legs. The serval cats, and apparently they make good pets. And they do things with their forearms, like how a cat will put his paw on another cat's head, like on its face, kind of like a little thing they do. When the serval does it, it's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with his reach. I don't know if you know the reference I'm talking about, but think any like really tall NBA player with arms longer than I am tall, just sticking it, and this little cat just sticks his arm out, puts his paw on the other cat's head, and it just completely subdues the cats. And apparently, servals don't get in fights very often because they just do this, and it freaks other cats out or does something to other cats that they just stop. But, yeah. I hope I'm spelling Serva. That's it. Shots run up. Ah!
Where'd you go?
What's up, dude?
God! Damn you!
So I can just do this with the electric. Took a while. Yeah, I think the electric spell, I've got it cranked pretty high. And oops, oh yeah.
That'll
Is it's almost better for like distracting people. Like oops. Like shoot a burst, take a hit. Kind of thing. Oops, sorry about that, dude. Mr. Dead Guy. Whoa. Everything here? Okay. Now I'm still not convinced. That we're even in the right place. You know, I think we're supposed to be in the right. Feels like we're in the right place, but I'm not seeing that reflected on the fish barrel. I've been catching fish to use for the aquariums that you get with some of the player homes here. Let's just keep going into this place. Boric acidre. Those damnable headaches. I've lost my senses. Whoops. Kiss, sweet mother. That I think is Dark Brotherhood related? Yep. So, you wish to summon the Dark Brotherhood. You wish to see someone dead. Pray, child, pray. Let the Night Mother hear your plea. All right. You want to be a movie star. Thank you, Nick. Nick writes, oh yeah, you guys can see it here. Damn, my night hit actually got to be a night hit. Well, see you tomorrow and have a great stream. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Good hanging. Expecting the artist. Hanging out. Almost all companions step on all traps. Just saying. 99 Nick. Yeah. That last odd sound effect that Nick just played, Heater, that's actually a recording of his heater starting up in his house. And I love that idea, having kind of like random sounds from our lives be a part of the streams like this. Yeah, I like that idea of just kind of, especially out of context like that. Quick save. So the charmed vigilance with the red glow, I am kind of figuring at this point that they are the enemy, the baddies.
Who's there?
Crossbows.
You know something?
Oh, she's got reward. No.
Push, bro.
Yeah. I'll get a little Foom in there. Okay. She's part of the club here for a moment. Club Serana. Oh, I think we're getting shot. Who would want to do that? They're so nice. That way? Looks like under there. I bet we can go that way. To me, yeah. Oh, that's Volk, the writer. These are what you need when you turn into almost turn into a vamp. Finding that to be more and more necessary as we go through all this. Take it all. There we go. There's no traps. Dick. Finally get a great night of sleep. In my mind, I figured the H was a G because H is next to G on the keyboard. I have my own little like spell check in my head. You can translate texties. Right. Yeah, I've had days like that. So I think we this way. Let's do something. Let's do a little CountBB challenge here. Let's see. The challenge backfires horribly, which I doubt it. So let's just look at what I've got. I'm carrying so much crap. I've got way too much on me. I have a carry weight mod. It is kind of an OP cheap, 10,000 pounds. But I swear I looked and have looked for many years for just good, like, see, like about a 500-pound carry weight mod, maybe. And all I could find is just 10,000 pounder. So I try to be reasonable, but you know, it's like, yeah. Poacher's Axe. Okay. Well, these are pretty high value. The Poacher's Axe. Little Bane. We're gonna use Nettlebane. Yeah. Now watch out, Smart. I should have. I think I've got that perk. That lets you do a dual wield. Oh, dual. Oh, I don't have it yet. Oh, wait a minute. Did I already pick on? Oh, I already used it. Never mind. Okay, so here we go. We'll dual wield with these. I think we want to be down here. Both ways. I'm not just fat. I'm cautiously polite. Just go. Okay, so that's that. So I was kind of going off here and exploring. Garlic. Speaking of garlic, I made one of those big Stouffer's frozen lasagnas, but I thought, well, just a couple, yesterday maybe even, I bought a pound of burger and I've got spaghetti sauce, and I've got cheese, other stuff like that, and garlic piece, spices, and paprika. I like putting paprika. And so what I do is I take the lasagna thing, and each serving of it, I ladle on like a spaghetti sauce and cheese with meat in it, all that kind of stuff. And so that it's not just lasagna, it's like lasagna, spaghetti, deluxe. But it's so good. So good. And good winter meals too. Good cold weather meals. Just kind of hooks you up. Lasagna plus. Somebody just left their journals all around. Morik. What's up with Morik? He's just like, even his... You never leave journals sitting around like this. Good. Good beat to Minorny. Beat to Mistress Farm. Okay, this guy is going off. Oh, sweet, sweet Minorny. Okay, so... It's changed. I see what's going on. Someone's sort of documenting someone's descent into madness. And Randy, when are you streaming next? Just out of curiosity. Did I ask and forget, or what were you playing? What have you been playing?
Someone there. Who's there?
Oh, Scario.
That'll teach you.
Whoa. Neither one of these looks chargeable. They're not chargeable. That's alright. I think we're okay. Maybe Nettlebane just kind of runs out. Oh, that is Minorny. So, and what's his name is worshipping this? Dude.
I knew it. I knew RK would save me. I asked for help, and he sent you. You are a very welcome addition to this dreary place, my friend. I owe both you and
Randy.
RK a great deal. I'm sure I'll manage to repay him later. But you, what can I do to thank you?
Randy, I wish my work schedule let me have a stream schedule. Doesn't that suck? I've had a lot of jobs over the years that have not been necessarily 9 to 5s, 40-hour a week kind of things. They're jobs where you just have all kinds of very, very random.
Isran, my help? Is this some kind of a joke? Did RK put you up to this? Isran's done nothing but mock me. He's never given me the respect I deserve.
Come on. Please, we need your help.
Look, I've just got myself out of quite a mess here, in case you haven't noticed. And while I appreciate your help, What's that? No, that's not what I... Yes, but... Are you sure? Really? Fine. RK says it's a good idea for me to go. I don't agree. But he's not the sort of fellow you can just ignore. I'll see you at Fort Dornbuck then. Don't worry. RK will show me the way.
I'm laughing because I just imagine like Nick getting into Florentius's Discord talking to him, and we can't hear him. Oh. We're good? Are we good? Well, I feel like we should at least unlock the gate. But there's got to be somebody here if we didn't properly loot or something. Maybe he'll get out on his own. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. There's usually nothing but gold in these things. There's a door back there I'm kind of passing up for the moment. It's probably the exit. About this. What's over here? Okay, we missed something. Something. Gotta be something up here. Oh. How did I do this? But I'm not going insane. Oh no, not me. Losing my mind. There you go, dude. Thank you. You good? Nice gloves. Solid. Full file save here. Okay, part B of the BB challenge is going to be not only using a unusual weapon setup. Don't pull it out until somebody actually attacks. Oh, don't stand on that. Don't stand on. Oh. Oh. Okay. Gonna do it. Right. Oh, I got the gold. And Randy, one of your coworkers is quitting or something, right? I don't know. And another has to go take care of her husband. I don't know. So I hope you don't mind my interpretive read. So my weeks are looking like 60-ish hour weeks coming up. Holy crapage. Wow. A couple, I guess it's been a couple, the winter before last winter, I was living up in northern Maine near the Canadian border, and I was working at a sawmill, like an actual sawmill, lumber mill, and we were doing 10-hour days, and then 4 days a week, and then the fifth day was about only an 8-hour day, and it was a day where we go in and kind of.
Who's there?
Uh,
I knew I heard something.
we would fix things up for the rest of the
That'll teach you.
fixer day, machines and stuff. But it's really, yeah, it's something, when you're doing that many hours per day. Oh my God. Oh, excellent, excellent. Work is weird. but excellent that your dad worked in forestry.
It's so bright out here.
I had, when I was applying for the job, of course, I needed a job, of course, and it was about the only thing up there I could find, because, I lived in this little town that was a population 1,000, which is really a fun experience, I got to tell you. I've been a real city dweller pretty much my entire life, and being not just rural, but like out there, was fun, but I had some ethics that, because I'm kind of like, I hate the thought of the human race just chopping down forests everywhere and to make toilet paper and stupid shit. And but I think the way they were doing it was what I thought was ethical was that I was watching trucks coming in from the forest areas where the trees have been cut, and what I noticed was, and I talked to somebody that worked with, well, my manager about this. What they do, I noticed that all the trees were like, it was like they went and chopped down all the telephone poles along the highway, because it was like they were all the same length, same width, and it turns out they farmed the trees. And this particular company, the company has changed hands, but the actual structures and the work being done has been there since the 1800s. And so they have, oh, shites. Hang on. Quick. Okay. So what they've been doing, they farm the trees just like you would farm corn and alfalfa and all that good stuff. And so they're able to kind of set up these rows and rows and rows over acres and acres and acres of trees, and like once every 20 years come and cut down a certain section, and then they've got another section to cut down, and so it rotates like that in a way. Now, and yeah, you've got some very deep feelings and opinions about forest industry, and I thought it was kind of right on. It was kind of like, okay, they're taking like a farming approach. They don't want to cut down every tree up in Maine. They've got a specific tract of land. It's, who knows, maybe 20 by 20 miles, and it's offset away from where you don't really. It's off some highway, down some dirt roads, and they go and kind of farm the trees like that. I thought that was really fascinating. Now, on the other side of this, on the evil side, I used to live out in California, and I've been to Northern California, beautiful areas, Humboldt County, Trinity County. And you'll be rolling along and driving on these little country roads. All of a sudden, there's obviously a mountain or a hill that has been clear cut. And clear cutting is the most evil way of doing lumber industry shit. That's, you know what I mean? That's where you take everything down, every bush, twig, you name it. It all comes down. And sometimes the reason they like to do that on hills is they'll start at the top of the hill and anchor the machinery down with some big chains, and then just slowly let gravity, let all these massive just clear cutting machines. Chop, 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 chop. So it's not like you drive something up there and then drive down. It's like the entire hill is set up just to be decimated. And then of course, yeah, seriously, there's no need for it to do it. It's so horrible. It's about as bad as you can treat the environment. Yeah, it really is.
Great for my skin,
It is.
you know what I mean.
The erosion, the wildlife that gets caught up in it, and then a forest needs it needs this underbrush, it needs its little small plants, it needs animals, it needs and when oh god, I just can't. It's just a horrible, and the memory in my head of this is just, it's just
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
Yeah.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
It's got some mage going on. Yeah, it's gross. Evil is the best description. I think so too. It's how greedy do you have to get to go and just destroy that much? Damn. Yeah. It's not, so, and especially, I don't know if you've been out there to Northern California, but like a lot of other places in this country. But Northern California, Humboldt County, Trinity County, which is inland from county. Hills, mountains, trees, wildlife. It's just beautiful. Hold on. Okay, Falmer. What else? Oh, it's gonna do that. I might need to do this before I do this. Let's go ahead and do this now. I have found the trouble with this is you have to go back someplace where there are Falmer and wood elves. I know there's some. I just by chance have found some other elven types. Where did I go to get wood elf? I'm gonna think about this. I'll think about this. Yeah. So anyway, it's kind of go back to the lumber thing. Long hours, rugged work. It was kind of rewarding. Yeah, I was happy to see that they weren't taken. They were taking I think a more responsible approach to it. I'm not seeing a lot of that currently in this world, so I'll take what I can get there. I'm also glad I did it because at the time I kind of felt like I was going through my Jack London phase. I would say. I saw this. But it felt very earthy, kind of doing. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. Arrow up. Whoa. Oh. Go fall down there. Here, let's try something. Sorry, Earth Mother. Alright. It's Serrano's horse. I have the companions, horses for companions, by the way, which I'm kind of really utilizing for the first time. I've had it before, but not really done much with it. Rambo! And Randy, you're pro forestry industry. I'm anti-idiot political environments that don't know what they're doing, talking about. Right? Uh-oh. Yeah. I mean, and they are serious issues. You know, this is the kind of stuff that we've got to honestly work on this stuff. You know, just as a people. Oh, hi. How are you? You good? Oh, wow, wow, wow. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, darn it. What I was doing there looked kind of stupid and reckless of me was if you get close when right as the dragon's about to die, if you get close enough and you have handheld weapon, hit E and you can get on the back of a dragon and kind of do your last. I have like a little animation. The animation did not kick in on that one, so I just look like an idiot. Um, and oh, okay. So a couple years back, Jasper, Alberta, burned down. Whoa! No, I didn't hear about that. Right. And no, it was only up there in Maine, what was it, 22, 23, I want to say? 23, 24. Pretty much that. In fact, the year was sort of like May of 23 to May of 24, I think, pretty much is how you could kind of balance it out. Yeah, I meant to go up there and settle down and live, but too many weird things just weren't quite working out. The job was really the high point. Oops, 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 oops. I would say the job was the high point, and essentially good people up there. But man, I ended up with I lived in three different places in that one year, and I just kept problems with people. Um, and you know, no, I think never. I don't want to go into like you know because overall good people. I would say I was impressed by the fact that even though it was a rural area, they weren't like rednecks. You know, it wasn't like that. You know, it wasn't that bullshit. It was just kind of nice. You know, it felt like going back in time. I love that part. Oh, we gotta get over here. It was really beautiful. Plus, you know, I lived most of my life, adult life, I should say, in San Francisco in the Bay Area. Um, I grew up in a, you know, essentially a city. What? Oh, I see. I've got two markers out. God, I've got a lot of missions here. Oh, that. Well, okay, we'll deal with that later. You want that? What place up here? Um, um. So okay, about 15 years ago, there was a start of the stupid pine beetle. But because national parks are protected land, they refused to brush burn. They kept denying the line beetle problem to be taken care of. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, right. They didn't do any kind of yeah the brush burn part where you get rid of that undergrowth that yeah can cause the forest to just torch up. So after 10 years of basically all of the trees dying because oh the bug. Oh, I see what you're saying. Everything was dried out. Oh, I see. So it wasn't fire this time. It was the bugs themselves. Oh, I see. Oh man. So so the pine beetle became like a protected species, and but they took it a little too far and didn't maintain the forest because of the bug. And then one little spark came along, and just mountains of forest turned out. Oh my God, half the town burned down. Holy shit, man, that's horrible. They're right over here. Yeah, that's folly, I think is the word for that. Love nature, I want to preserve the whole thing. But yeah, there are so many things that we need to kind of look for factors that need to be put into these. Put a path up over here. So. Oh, I hate this. We're so close. We're like right there. There. Ooh. I think this is it. Oh, right. Interesting. Yay. Ancestor Glade. 32,702 hectares. 80,000. So I'm more used to acres. And 80,000. Oh my God. 860 acres would have been a lot. The 80,800. Oh my God. Burned. Devastating. It burned so hot and fast. It was like lightning tissue paper on. It was like lighting tissue paper on fire. Anyways, okay. So, sorry. Did yours in a scale yard, or what was your actual occupation? When I was at the mill, fire abatement team is what I was on at the lumber mill. So our primary job, of course, was preventing those sawdust explosions. And if you ever you probably know what I'm talking about, right? If you ever do a deep dive on YouTube, you just look up sawmill dust explosion. It's like filling a room with gas in the air and then just lighting a match. And so basically what we had to do constantly was constantly every day make sure that just piles and piles and piles of sawdust. Well, actually, we were making the pile. We'd walk around with like a shovel, a big broom, uh, um, a rake,
This
like an
must be the
iron rake,
place.
and use these tools to just get sawdust piled up. And then there was like these conveyor belt systems that ran through the complex here and there. Sometimes you could just dump the stuff in there. And then, of course, there's wood that just gets shredded in the machinery sometimes. So we had to get rid of that. So basically, I was going around to all these big ass scary machines and getting that stuff around. And then Friday would be the day that they would shut the factory down. All the dudes that would work the big machines would just stay home, and then the abatement people would come in again, and we would like how you lock machines down where like all the circuit breakers are. You undo the circuit, lock it, and whatever, and all that. So we had to, that way no one can accidentally turn on the machine and just shred you. It was scary, even though you knew they were locked down.
Hmm.
It was like
Not very impressive,
brushing.
is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
Serrano, but so it was it was very scary, even when the machines were shut down. Oh yeah, it was. I was gonna say it's like brushing King Kong's teeth while he's asleep. That's what it felt like. So yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Um, and yeah, it is a real issue. God damn, yeah. Um, we didn't have a burner that I know of there. Let me think. Where would where would fire have? I don't know if they did or not. I don't know if they did or not. It was this kind of place where they would take everything, including the sawdust, wood chips. They'd made, so sure they would turn the lumber into big planks of wood and all that kind of stuff. But they would use every little bit they could. So they would make particle board out of the chips. They had a big horse stall, an animal stall thing going on, like really like nice wood chips for horse stalls and other kind of animals like that. Um, Put on the in their in the floor of the stalls. Um, as far as I could tell, they tried to make use of everything down to the smallest part, but you would have these situations where there's a lot of it's a lot of snow, a lot of rain, so stuff. You get these like stacks and stacks of stuff that's kind of. We should have stayed up there. A damp pile of sawdust. It's kind of worthless. Those we have to. Yeah. So somehow we had to get everything out of there. But now you mention it, they had to get rid of. I bet they must have had to have burned some of that stuff away. Because there's a certain point where you just where do you dump it all, right? Unless you do burn it away. Let me think about that. I may not have. Either I wasn't paying attention, or was it something they only did? Maybe it was something they did on Saturdays and Sundays. Um, when no one was around. So for us, it was pretty much a Monday through
Wow.
Friday thing.
Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Big scar. Oh, that's like just a line, a weird line on her face. Um, there's a thing. Let's see. What do we do here? There's a method to the madness here. I will say that I'm really glad I worked there. Yeah, and it was just felt it was interesting. It was kind of very educational. It was rugged. I'm kind of older, and a lot of people were sort of like. It was kind of a nice compliment. People were like, "How the hell are you doing this?" Because I was definitely the old man of the lumber yard there. Kind of, I might have been. I was in the upper, in the age limit, sort of with older workers they had. But those guys had been in that industry for like 20 to 40 years. Some of these guys have been doing this since they got out of high school. So if you do something like that long, your body becomes very acclimated to it. Where I was stepping, I've been doing mostly like prior to that, my last full-time job was sitting in front of a computer, doing digital stuff. So it was definitely a change for me. Yeah. Great. And yeah, interesting. Yeah, but like we had the lumber half, and then there was also the process stuff, like like particle board and stuff. So okay, so it sounds like you know it from the inside out as well. Interesting. Well, I'll tell you the name of the place. I don't know if looking it up would help. It is actually owned by a Canadian company now, even though it's in the States. I think Daquan, and it was like DAAQUAM, I think, or something like that. I think that's how you spell And these people had bought it like just a few years ago. But you could tell the building, you know, I mean, I got way down in the depths of the complex. A lot of buildings, a lot of underground kind of areas. You could tell some of that was built probably. I could see the remnants of old like 1920s wrought iron architecture stuff, and lots of brand newer stuff. But you could tell it's a place that just been built on and over and built over and built over for who knows, maybe 200 years or so. Not West Fraser. Ashland was the little town that I was in. And it was up the highway from Ashland. It considers itself to have a different name, different town name. But if you look up Ashland and then just kind of look up the highway, oh, this is what we're here for. The draw knife.
Oh, we've got that knife. There has to be a
Yeah,
use
yeah.
for it.
Yeah, you can Google it. Look for Ashland. There is an Asheville named, but this is Ashland. And it's up close to the part of the Canadian border where I think Ontario was the closest Canadian city across the border from us. I'm just kicking myself for not getting over there. You know why I really didn't go? I didn't have a passport. And I've had passports before. I just haven't renewed my passport in ages. And yeah, it's one of those things I kept meaning to get around to. And unfortunately, I left sooner than I thought. I was wanting to resettle there permanently. Yeah, there was another issue though.
Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would.
Where I am right now, I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I grew up here, and my mom and dad are here, and my sister's here, and her kids, and I came back here because I'm kind of on retirement, Social Security benefit. My mom has dementia, my dad has senility problems. And so I kind of thought, well, I could stick it out up here and just keep slugging away and maybe hope I could find a better place to live and move into. But then I thought, it might be, it's time, time for me to go back. I haven't lived here. I mean, I moved away a little long ago. I moved out to California and was out there most of the time. I did spend a little time in Savannah, Georgia. Spent a little time in Phoenix, Arizona. So I kind of been around, and here I am at this point in my life. I was like, screw it. Let's go. Screw it. Let's get back to the old hometown there. And that's that. Now wait a minute. Something I'm missing the point of something here. I think attract the swim. Okay. So I use the tool to get the bark. Read the Elder Scrolls myself by using ancient technique performed by the original priests. I'm now on my way to a place known as the Ancestor Glade. Okay. We gather the bark. Now it's all coming back to me.
Dexian didn't really give us a lot to look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you.
Oh, thank you.
And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Didn't know you felt that way. Okay. Now, you got to find the moths and just kind of stand and let them kind of groove on to you. Oh, shit. We got to do it 7. So. Well, let's just keep going. We're kind of on a roll here. 5 of 7. There's one right down there. Yeah. 6 of 7. Now the trouble with this now is there's so many moths flying around me. I'm not sure Whether these are my mods or the upcoming. Yay! 7-7. Enter the Hey. Let's get the full visual for this. Isn't that nice? Me standing out in the backyard in the summer here, under the only light on. So anyway, that had a bit to do with me moving. Yeah, so that's understandable. Yeah, yeah. Found it. That's fair. Oh, you found it. Awesome, awesome. And you lost your passport. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I hate to admit it. I don't remember where my passport had finally expired, but I don't remember where I last put it. It's praying to don't you? Yeah, I think it's in your house. You think it's in your house somewhere, right? And yeah, understand both parents. Yeah, it's kind of would be a good idea. And yeah, as nice as it would be to travel and everything, in my opinion, being 91 years old and some other family type issues, I've chosen to stay close to home. And Randy, since when are there mods? Seriously, isn't this funny? There's not a lot of mods in this game, actually, are there? Okay, let's do this in here.
Nervous?
I'm kind of waiting for something to automatically kick in. Maybe okay, what we got here? Elder Scroll. Well, let's just get a shot. Nice. Oh.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Interesting. Wow.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
Oh, okay. So your grandfather is 91.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
And it's funny. There's a lot of butterflies in the game, but yeah, I wonder if they did that intentionally, just to focus the mods just on this one mission.
I never trusted those damn scrolls. Who knows what those things could have done to you? Just look at Dexian. What about Ariel's bow?
We went
Do you know
blind.
where we can find it?
It's in a place called Darkfall Cave. Apparently.
Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall Cave?
Well, let's see. The scrolls give me its exact location.
Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
What do you know about Ariel's bowl? Bowl. I think I'm getting hungry. A bowl of moths.
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one.
No. What happened?
Where'd you come from?
Oh, crap. Holy shit. Holy shit! Ah. Where's my electricity? Oh, I see what happened. Hey, you. Like, whoa. Oh, shit. Go, go.
That'll teach you.
Wow. And, yeah, yeah. Don't think you've ever seen Moz. Granted, I don't think I've gotten this far in the game either. And I thought I hated gargoyles until I met the werebears. Yes, those are trippy. It's funny. I only run into them once every few playthroughs in this game, but I know, yes, way up in that northern area near the water. I did not expect that. Let me look at something else here too. That mage attack. Yep, sure enough. Let's take care of this really quick. It's either cure poison or cure disease. I think it's cure disease. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because the gargoyles, they just kind of stand there until you walk right up to them, right? And they suddenly come alive. But the werebears, those dudes were kind of badass. Yeah, it's like, oh, good. Vampire. Dust. You good?
Yes?
All right, we were talking about Ariel's bow and stuff.
Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy.
Yeah, yeah, Randy. It definitely looks like either have some like modded in OP weaponry or something, or wait till you're level 100. But I know what you mean. Yeah, those werebears have just shredded me. I pretty much do the same thing. Yeah, if I see them at a distance, I'm like doo 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 doo. Scamper, scamper, scamper.
And that part, I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
Okay, okay. Well, let's see here. My coffee's good. I think I know I've killed one before, but I'm almost positive I had like really badass something, badass weaponry or something. Yeah, as I recall, I had some edge, like with this bow I've got. It's a super ordinary bow. In fact, I've been using this bow since I almost started. The playthrough, I should say. But I I have put it on the leveling up wheel, the crafting wheel. I brought it to 517, and then I have the soul gem thing, which doesn't make it stronger, but it steals the soul. Soul gem. You can charge it up, so it's got a lot of power behind it. And I've got some kind of badass arrows, I should say, as well. Yeah, yeah, the werebear dudes. Yeah, I'm tempted to just kind of, you know what? Let's go there. Oh, add copy. McDonald's. Oh. The, the last time I worked for a fast food place, and the coffee situation, the coffee thing is what's triggering this memory for me. San Diego, California. I just moved out there. And basically, the first job I found was at I'm pretty sure it was Burger King. No, it was
This must
Jack.
be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
It was Jack in the Box. I don't know if you've ever heard of Jack in the Box. Oh, horrible. Oh my God. It made the other ones even look good. You know what I mean? It was that kind of bad. It made, yeah. And so I get this job, and it was supposed to be a thing. I went in there at 4:30 a.m. to prep the food for the breakfast run. So I go in there my first day, and I'm like, they're showing me, here's what you do, and you stand here and you prep this and you fill these up and you do that. And I'm like, okay, 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 sounds good, sounds good. And so I showed me what to do, walks away, and
I'm no fan of the sun.
I just
It'll
kind
be
of
better than this.
went over here. Let me just pause this. Just well, no, that's right. So, I love the view, but so this is the absurdity of that industry here. So I'm like, it's 4:30 a.m. I'm working for a bit. Finally, I'm like, at around 5. I'm like, I really could use a cup of coffee. Right? So it's fast food. They've got crappy coffee, but it's better than nothing. So I go over, pour a little cup of coffee. They have some crappy powdered creamer to put in it. I go back to my workstation, sipping my coffee. The manager walks in and just freaking throws a fit at me. I mean, this dude is like, and here's what the gist of what he was saying. You you cannot have any coffee until your break time, and that's not until 10:30
Let's get
a.m.
indoors. Or in a
Here,
cave.
I'm gonna just stop it because one-liners are repetitive. But so you can't have any coffee, and you can't have it until 10:30 a.m. when you take your break, and when you do get the coffee, you've got to pay for it. And so I have to throw away my coffee. He walks off. It took me, I think, half an hour after that, maybe 20 minutes, to make the decision to just walk out. I did. So that was my fast food career in a nutshell. And not much more.
Cave. Anywhere. Just out of this.
I mean, I even tried to explain, to rationalize to the guy. I was like, well, when I need the coffee is when I come in the morning, not during my lunch break, 10:30 a.m., 5 hours from now. In fact, that's 6 hours after coming in, 4:30 to 10:30. Like what? I don't know. So wait, 4, 5, yeah, yeah, yeah. So so it was just so mean. Yeah, and he was so rude about it, and you know how they are. They always keep the help wanted signs up front and hanging outside the building, and they always say things like, "Yeah, we can just replace you." It doesn't matter. So I did. I walked out. I walked out. I didn't see that. They wanted. What was it? Anyway. Long story short. So when you brought up the McDonald's coffee thing, any fast food coffee reference almost gets the same, you know, reaction from me. I think about that day, Plus, I've had enough different coffees from different places like that. It's pretty bad. Okay, before we go there, let's do something. This is my favorite home base. I've got, what I should do? No, if you, I know. I've got kids. You've got mail. But, let's go to Solitude. I've got kids. And go give the kids. I've got a mod where you can give kids like armor and badass weapons and shit. So I've got a lot of new stuff to test out here. Like kids. The Wendy's coffee song. Oh, by the way, I love your comment.
I've
Good,
heard stories about the solitude.
good. Screw that guy. And yeah, I get it, but that's crazy. And to make me pay. Exactly. I think that was the kicker. You know, I might maybe have tried to hold out, and I was already scheming, like, well, how can I sneak a cup and bring it in the bathroom and chug it, you know? But but, I mean, and that you know, I hate to say it, but you know, think in our world today how badly a lot of retail and fast food service people are being treated by people in drive-through lanes and coming in and you know where's the manager and Karens and all that kind of stuff. And you know, you gotta stop. I wish people, everyone, I think, should do some jobs like this at some point out, just to know what it's like to be on that side of the register, on that side of the grill, and because it really, you know, it's thankless. They don't deserve the crap they're being thrown, that kind of thing. Yeah, armored kids. Oh yeah, I forget the exact name of the mod, but it's actually kind of like that. It's a very similar title. Get your plantation up and running. Totally, totally.
No,
Let's
and I
see
didn't
here.
expect it to be that big.
Let's see here. Let's dash over here. Oh, is that my guy?
What is it,
Well, that's a
Kaji?
different cat. Little kitty. I have a tuxedo cat around here somewhere.
Of course. And I'm sure it's mostly for ceremonial purposes.
Got a It's a Cat's Life mod. Wonderful mod. But I have a tuxedo. I have a tuxedo cat. The tuxedo cat that shows up in it's my icon
Take pity on an old
is
man.
my cat. My cat, Armani. Oh, COVID. Yeah. COVID just
You lost?
COVID did something weird to people. Everyone lost their composure. I don't know what it is.
Honor to you, my Thane.
Hey, how you doing? Rona, Jordy. Good companion. I brought her out
What do you need, my Thane?
as a companion for a while. Definitely badass. Let's see, usually kids' room here. Interesting. A lot of these are things I've given to the kids. Interesting. I wonder what they keep and what they put in here. Let's see if they're out
From the
playing.
castle, you used to just be able to see solitude over the mountains.
Nice.
That's exactly what I'd imagined.
You know, my cat, I haven't seen for ages either. And it had this thing where, like, it'll go home, but I don't know what home really is because I have a number of different properties. Yeah, get the cat mod. And hopefully they've got it for console. It's either A Cat's Life or It's a Cat's Life.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
Rogvir is the guy that got beheaded for opening the door for Ulfric. I like the times all the kids are playing. Oh, there they are. No, you're not my cat.
I saw
Sophie,
Thalmor the other day.
is she
He was really scary. The
yeah.
palace looks so pretty. I wish they'd let me inside.
I wish I could bring the kids
What
inside.
is it?
So she's the little flower girl from Windhelm. She's the little beggar girl in the green from Whiterun. And I have a mod that allows me to bump up to 6 kids. Now, this is weird. I should be able to give her armor. I wonder what's wrong. I might have to check the mod. I can give her better weaponry. I should be able to also give her some armor. I'll check the mod, see if it's properly installed. It might need something to reinstall or something like that. Okay, first of all, let's see. I do this thinking in my brain like, oh, gotta make sure they're eating well. Cookies and cookies and apples. Let's try Thunderbolts. And extra clothing. I guess if I had some extra kid clothing, but
You're the best. Thanks.
Oh,
Papa,
yay.
you're home. Did you bring me anything?
maybe. Let's see what we got here. Yes, I did.
What is it? What is it?
Got awesome dagger. Red apple. And a sweet roll. I'm almost positive they both got dolls.
This is great. Wow, thanks.
Yay. I love watching them like in their room. They have these practice dummies that they practice like combat with. That is so funny. So funny.
The finest
Hey,
fish here.
I was curious. You mentioned something about the Wendy's coffee song. But what was the story behind that? I'm tempted to look that up online. I mean,
Hot daily.
Wendy's was like the one fast food way back in the day that I liked. Yeah, the square burgers. I like the way they prep the food. And,
I'm a little busy at the moment.
And,
I've got all sorts of errands to run.
okay. And but then time went on. It's kind of like, Now the last time I went to Wendy's was in Phoenix. It was during COVID, in fact, of course. And in fact, that's kind of what I was doing in Phoenix. I camped out at my mom's place in Phoenix over COVID, I was glad. She's not there anymore. The dementia has gotten really bad, and she's in a special place now. But she had a little house. She had a little like a townhouse in a little gated community, and so we were like cut off from the world. And I literally for like 2.5, 3 years, I pretty much just left the house to go to the store for food. And I did the vaccines. I did the mask. I don't f around with that kind of stuff. And let's see. Well, the aforementioned Wendy's, which I ended up not buying food at because I remember why the guy just didn't wait on me for like 20 minutes. It was weird. It was like a late night kind of thing, and it was like, dude, I'm like the only person here. And he kept doing the drive-through and not helping the people inside. This other woman showed up, and her and I started talking. And finally, after a while, her and I were both like, "This is weird." But anyway, and then let's see, the Safeway. Oh yeah. Medicinal and recreational, what was available out there. So that was kind of my life for a couple of years there. And then, of course, I was streaming all the time online. With did some project management work online with some people I used to work with in San Francisco, some programmers. Let me see. Let me think. Here a second. That's life. Yeah. Oh, my mom. Yeah. Well, it is. Yeah. It's a special kind of a. It's not like a hospital.
How are your students coming?
It's a place where she gets
Bunch of distractions, if you ask
at least checked up on by people, and they. She was in a place before where it was like an assisted living place. I think is what it's called. And the place she was in before, she was responsible for taking her own meds, which is you really can't do that with a person with dementia. I was with her during the period where she still was driving. We didn't know anything about it. One of her friends, the first week I moved in with her, one of her friends came up to me and said, "You've got to help your mom. She's been forgetting things really bad lately, and." And even I was kind of like, oh, she's probably under stress. And I don't know what kind of stress. Whoa. But, looked like Gamera. No, not Gamera. Rodan. But, so I'm going to put a little pin in this moment for a second. Just tell my story. So, but within my first week of living there, I realized that this friend of hers was absolutely right. She's not remembering things properly. And it was still probably about a half a year to a year after that before the doctors were finally like, got to take the keys away, fortunately. And when you're with a person who's going through that, they don't know they've got it, they're finding out they've got it. It is so sad. It's tragic. It's really emotional. I learned things the hard way, like you have to lie sometimes. At some point, she came to my room all dolled up and ready to go out and hang out with her friends, and she was like, "Hey, can you give me the keys to the car?" I made the mistake of saying, "No, the doctors won't let you drive anymore." Remember, it was like February and back in September. She had been forbidden from driving anymore. And she was like, "Well, for how long?" She was getting irritable about that. I was like, "Well, since last September." And it suddenly, there was a person in that position. They're learning again for the first time in their mind. And it was, I mean, her emotional response was horrible. I can't even really go into it. It makes me want to cry just thinking about it. And so I had to just sort of swear and tell all the other people, my sister and everybody else, like, "Hey, you got to just lie to her. Just make up something. Hey, I need the car, but maybe I can get you over to your friend." Which she didn't really have any scheduled thing with any friends really. She just was going to go out, and so well, I have another buddy here in town. And he's like one of like four brothers, and his dad has dementia. His mom passed away like 8 years ago, and his dad still is like, "Well, when's mom gonna come in and visit me here in the old folks home hospital?" Because he's got this dementia, and the brothers have all learned that they just have to lie. "Oh, mom, she's busy. She couldn't make it today, but next time she'll get in here." And it's heartbreaking and cruel to have to lie to like that, but the emotional response when a person is learning again for the first time that their loved one has died or they've got dementia, it's too much. Yeah, I'm probably preaching to the choir here on this one, but that's a tough life lesson, right? You know. But so you work at nursing staff, seniors living, and most of them all have dementia. Yeah. Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
That's so sad. Oh, hi. Diverse dragons is kind of what we're looking at here. Is the mod I've got that brings on this like 40 or 50 different new creative types of dragons, and you can set it up. You go up at certain times per day. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Your last line there. Yeah, the hardest part is when the families give up on them. Oh my God. Yeah. And it is hard to deal with someone. It is kind of full time. My mom was she was in her, oh, I don't know, early to mid 80s when she first got it. And for someone in her age range, she was in really good physical health. She was swimming all the time and was out and just, getting out and doing stuff. Um, book clubs and things like that. And so physically, she could live to be 100, doing great. And then when the dementia kicked in and everything, it's like physically great, but mentally not there. And now the physicality is catching up, I think, probably because of depression, probably because of immobility, you know, uh, you name it. But it's you can tell that physically now she just wants to stay in bed all the time. Just it's just so sad. It's just too sad. She's traveled the world and run her own business. And, she was a model when she was young. When I was a kid. That age, and just really did a lot of live the life. And so anyway, yeah. Oh, I'm laughing at the sad absurdity of it all. The moment where we realize that no matter what we do in our lives, somehow, sometimes something can just step right up and knock you right down. I'm praying that that kind of thing doesn't happen to me. I'm definitely next in line. My grandfather had it. My mom has it. And I'm the one that takes after my mom. My sister takes after my dad more, you know, facial looks and hair colors and shape of noses and stuff. Um, so I am genuinely concerned about myself. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Randy, yeah. Yeah, very scary when they have a moment of rare clarity and they know what's wrong, but then they go back to not knowing. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's just, oh my God. They need to keep active. And up here, they don't do enough to mitigate the progression of the disease. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, at least you can stave off the worst of it. But I think part of my mom was that she was in denial. Some of her other close friends were also in denial with her, and actually prevented her from getting, like, literally prevented her from getting treatment in like the first year or two. And even my sister, bless her heart, I love her, but even my sister took their side. Oh, she's just under stress. Yeah, la la. And, you know, I would say my mom, a lot of the early therapy and treatment my mom could have gotten would have at least staved some of this off. Just got bypassed. And it wasn't until it was just like really, really obvious to everyone else, you know, and the doctor took the keys away. That's when everybody else was like, okay, you're right. Yeah, this is bad. You know? And to this day, I'm upset about that. Because I was like, you know, waving my hands in the air, like, hey, come on, you guys, come on. Help, you know. Well, hey, you know what? I normally do about a 2 hour stream, and I've hit about the 2 hour and 15, 2 hour, 2.5 hour mark here. Um, yeah, denial's a huge thing. I know, what is it all about all this? Oh, okay, we the staff aren't allowed to make them do stuff. Shit. Well, I mean, which makes the depression aspect so much worse. I mean, they're not going to do these things on their own. What are they thinking? It sounds like somebody up the line, up the management line, wants them to be sicker. You know, somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mm, mm, mm. I'm on the verge of that. Don't get me started on the system. But, yeah. Right? Right. Oh, Randy. Well, hey, we got to chat more often. I don't know if you've come are you on my Discord? My Count BB's Cavern Discord? I think somewhere here in the chat there's probably a link to it. Count BB's Cavern. I'll find you. You're in Discord, right? I'm being weird myself here. I've probably talked to you a dozen times on Discord, but and yes, very frustrating. LOL, we're on the same page. Seriously, seriously. Yeah, yeah. Let me know when you're streaming next, and and just so everybody knows, you know, I'm Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays scheduled for 8, but on nights like tonight, I kind of pushed it to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh, Plus, I'm trying to get some side streams in otherwise, but those 3 nights, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, about 8 or more. And I'm trying to be very, very, you know, like businesslike about keeping my schedule. But yeah. Oh, excellent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Follow the link. Not sure when you'll stream next. That's all right. That's all right. Um, but yeah. Well, I'll see you around. I see you. You know, I'll drop into your stream next time I see you. I mean, who knows? You might have some helpful pointers that my sister and I can use toward my mom's situation. Because we're both skeptical, you know, even though she's in a better kind of place to stay now, where they do make sure she takes her meds, it's still, you know, there's not a lot of perks really to these places, and they're ridiculously expensive. Like the first place where they didn't check the meds was somewhere in the neighborhood of $8,000 a month. The place where she's at now, though, is still expensive. It's like $5,000. And so I guess for that, somewhere between insurance and what, we sold her house, and all that money is going to her health care, most of which is places to live. We're talking about getting her probably back here in Indianapolis. And although my sister's actually talking about just simply moving out to Phoenix, but my her son, my nephew, and his wife and family are out there in Phoenix too. So my sister might just move out there. But if we bring my mom back here, what we want to do is like get like a 2-bedroom apartment. Have one of us live in with her. Holy crap! So okay, so the places in your town range from 4K, yep, to 15K a month. God damn, it's totally just ridiculous. I mean, who really has that kind? Especially when you're at that age. It's not like she's working. So everything has to come from insurance, home sales, things like that. She inherited some money from her husband, but that was back in 1999 when he died. The home she had was not a big one, but it was in a nice area, so it had a crazy resale value on it there in Arizona. Um, but still, you gotta watch it though. You can't just So your messages are always open. Awesome, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what, Randy and everybody else has been hanging tonight. Lion, Nick, and gosh, I'm curious here. I'm gonna scroll up the old stream here, screen. Oh, Techno Geek Girl. I don't know if you're still out there, but hey, hey. Uh, yeah, everybody's been hanging tonight. Thank you so much. Let me look at something here. It might be a good idea. Raid. I like doing raids. Strange sort of social concept here. So hang on, everybody, if you can. Let me. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking at my little sidebar there. It's good people rating. Lots of interesting games being played. Sometimes I raid by game. Sometimes I raid by friends. Like, oh, I know that person. And then sometimes I raid by like, well, here's somebody I haven't met yet. Kind of thing. Could be interesting. And I'm looking at that list of people that I follow anyway. Oh, but dude, Crock of Gold. We're raid right now. We're raiding Crock of Gold. Heck yeah. And let's ask him about that old saying. does does God actually protect drunks and insane people? Crock of Gold. Underscore. Let's do it. Woo, 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 woo. It's awesome. I love Crock of Gold's accent. And it's not just the accent. He's got a good tone of voice. He's got a good timbre to his voice. Okay, the raid is already set up. Well, hey, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with me. It's been like a game come true tonight for me because I love chatting, and you guys have been super, super chatty with me. I'm digging it. We're getting to some heavy subjects. Without getting into the stupid heavy subjects that we're all facing right now in the world. But yeah, absolutely wonderful. Well, it's CountBB signing out of Skyrim, still life with cats. And until we meet again, just remember, thank you very much for the thank you for the stream, Randy. I'll talk to you soon. Just remember, everybody, life is just a game come true, so play it well. All right, everybody, play it well. And let's raid now. And if you can, please stick around, say hey to Crock of Gold. Super cool person. Do a follow. He's that cool. All right, guys. What is that?